and welcome back to my channel. And in this video I'm going to show you how I achieved my gem look. And the ones I am going to show you are these ones here that I have started doing on this page. And this page is for the HK5 project. And I'm going to show you how I achieved these gems specifically. And for that I am using another page that I have for the project, and that is in Summer Nights, which is being hosted by Becky from Becky's Colour Escape, and I'm using this page. So I'll zoom in and we will begin. I'm going to focus on this one here because it has a big area and a good few smaller sections as well. I have my protective sheet underneath the page. I'll just clip that down. For this I'm using Irojiten pencils and a Luminance pencil. And I will also be using a white Posca pen in PC1-MR, which is a pin type 0.7mm. I have a buff titanium in the Luminance, which is 801. And for my colours I am using quite a few, but I have Verbena in VP-10, Plum in D-11, Hiya in DL9, Tyrian purple in DL10, Crocus in P-20, Sea Fog in LG10, Iris Violet in V9, and last but not least, Lilac in P9. And I'm basically just going to take all of the colours and in turn I'm going to just take a point and I'm going to start off with a fairly heavy pressure and fade out. And again, from the opposite corner, I'm just going to take one of the points and do exactly the same and fade out. And then I'm going to take a slightly lighter colour and on either side, it doesn't really matter which, I'm going for this side. I'm just going to do the same again and fade out, and it doesn't matter if you fade into one of the other colours or both. And then for each separate smaller section you're just going to decide on one corner and do exactly the same as what you've done in the centre, but you're basically covering the whole section. And the easiest way to do this part is if you just start with one colour and then do a bit of a round robin going back around the colours until you have filled in all of the sections. And it really is as simple as that. Just starting off with a slightly hard pressure and then pulling the colour out. It doesn't matter which side of the section you choose, but keep it in the point and dragging it out. And then when you've come to the end of using your colours, just start from the beginning again. And you want to do this until you have all of the sections coloured in. It doesn't matter if you put a colour down and it meets a colour in the same corner. Personally, I like it where the colours don't meet in the same corner, but that's just my preference. You just keep going with your colours. And it really is quite simple doing it. I've just slightly gone into that one, so I'm just going to rub that bit out. Because this colour could be lighter than what I put down, which it was. And you can do this in any colour you like. It doesn't have to be these colours. I'm just doing these colours because I've chosen these colours for the project, and I want to keep all of my pages following the same colour schemes. You could do greens, blues, reds, yellows, orange, any colour. You can mix your colours, which is what I'll be doing for the crystals. I will be using a mixture of colours, but I'll do that in a separate video. But you just keep going, alternating between your colours until you get around the whole crystal. And I also like these colours as well because you can get some earthy colours as well as pastel-y colours, and I think the two together work really well. And again, you're just starting at one point, making sure that you have a fairly heavy pressure and you are fading out into lighter pressure so you can barely see the colour on the page. And what I found using these is that these books, the pages in these books, work really well with these pencils. So if you have harder pencils, harder leaded pencils, then these books are really good for those pencils. Excuse me. done. I know I've just done what I said I don't like doing, but that's fine. You can barely see that one. I can live with it. And then we just have these ones in the center here. Just choose one corner for these and go the same way. Start the same side rather, all the way around. Still alternate between your colours. It does not matter on this section if you use a colour that's the same on these next to one of these, because the sections are so small you can barely notice. The best thing about these is if you have a sharp pencil as well. So make sure all your pencils are sharpened and have a point, because especially for these smaller sections you can get in quite easily. If you would like to see me do different coloured gems, then please leave a comment. I've just noticed I left this one out, so I'm just going back. Yeah, please leave me a comment below and I will quite happily do more gems in different colours. So now I'm coming in with the buff titanium from the Luminance, and that is 801, and I'm just going to go across the whole gem, going into each section, and you're basically just blending out the colour that you've used on each section right the way across. And you're doing this across the whole gem. I'll do the outside ones and then I'll come back to the middle. So yes, I'll be doing the whole page of gems for this in these colours. And then I'll be doing my crystals, like I said, in a separate video to show you how I do those. I do use a few different colours for my crystals, but I do it in a similar way to what I've done for this gem. Just get these last few smaller ones, and then for the center, start here because you didn't put a colour here and you're just wanting the colour of the buff titanium on this side, and then go into your colours that you've put down. There we go. And then just make sure that all of them are done. And then you end up with something that looks like that. And then we now come in with our white Posca pen. You can use different sizes. You could even use different colours. I have seen these done with a silver or a gold Posca pen and they look fantastic. But for the purposes of my pages, I'm using the white. So give your Posca pen a good shake to make sure that the pen is going to be coming out. And you're going over all of your lines. You don't have to hurry. You can take your time for this because you want all of the black lines to disappear. So I'm going to be quiet for just a moment, just whilst I concentrate on getting these done. Don't worry if you go over them and it doesn't fully take them away. If you fully let the lines dry, I suggest leaving them for a couple of hours if you have the time, and then you can come back and give them another coat. But I wouldn't do a layer and then go straight into doing another layer, because you're just going to pull up what you've just laid down. For the purposes of this video, I'll just do the one layer and then I'll come back later on and give it another layer. It does take a little bit of concentration. But it really is effective. Especially when you have a whole page done and you have a background on and everything, they really do stand out. Especially with doing the white lines. But with these ones, you definitely do need more than one layer. Very done. And it doesn't actually take that long to do either. The longest bit is just leaving the Posca pen to dry so that you can do another layer on top. But the actual gem itself doesn't take too long. So then you're left with this. And then I just like to go in next to your darker sections and just put shine lines when my pen decides to work again. So they don't even have to be big. Put a couple there and a couple there, and then just inside some of these you can put little ones, and if you really want to, which I'm not going to do on this one until I've put a background on, you could put a big shine star to make it look as if it really is blinging in your face. But that is my version of how to colour in a gem, and it is the same for all of the gems. It doesn't matter what shape it is, you always start off in one point with the heavy pressure and work your way out, and you just alternate between your colours. It doesn't matter what colours you use, you don't have to use the ones I used. They are just my preference for this project, and that is it. So if you have any comments about the one that I've done, or if you would like to see me do other coloured gems, then don't hesitate to leave a comment below and I'll reply as soon as possible. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!